Okay, I shouldn't be doing this, but what the hey, let's just get some more work done on this dinosaur. So, I was going to put googly eyes on the eyes. Maybe I'll do that, I don't know. Well, I'm not going to, I'm just going to paint it. Oh no, they've all gone hard. I knew this was going to happen, it took too long. Oh no, actually, which one's gone hard? The black's not gone hard, probably shouldn't have done that. The white's gone hard, which is sad, but I've got an awful lot of white downstairs. The green's used up. Brown, hopefully brown. I think I should have got the. Don't think I should have got the black done first. So we've got black, and we've got yellow. No, the yellow's gone hard. No, all the light colours have gone hard. Well, that's rubbish. When did it go hard? Was it hard last time? I didn't really check the rest of the colours. So we've got red, brown, and black. So that's not going to be so useful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the legs brown. Oh, that doesn't look so good, does it? Well, what are you going to do? Oh, I need more paper. Because I'm terribly afraid that that's going to make a big mess, and it has already. Oh no, no, on my desk. But it's probably a mess that's going to be relatively easy to tidy up. I hope, otherwise I'm going to feel bad. Alright, I'm going to put another piece of paper over here. And let's continue with making a mess. And getting this dinosaur out of the way. I feel like the base should be painted red, but it's too late. I've gone and painted it partly brown. I can't really avoid that. I do have more paint, of course. That's not this little pot, but this is the one that came with the dinosaur. And I have another WorX set, which kind of goes with this one, and I'm quite happy I've got it. What's that thing? Oh, it's a bit of glue. Does it look good with brown? Not really. Oh, the other light's not on. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we'll continue on painting this bit. What are we going to paint the mouth? Oh, that's right, the stickers. Where did I put the stickers? I've actually forgotten where they went. I thought they were in the box, but they weren't. Put them in a little plastic bag. So I think I'll paint the eyes, where the eyes go, brown as well. I think we'll just mainly use brown, and then use black for highlights, and orange for highlights, and basically a lot of highlighting with colours that aren't brown, because brown doesn't work. Well, it's fun. Like it looks like they've been standing in mud. But they're dinosaurs. What else would they be doing? And they're gonna have a bit more brown over here. So it's gonna go. No, that's the same. That's the same height. Everything is fine. Everything is good. It's gonna fall. Is it gonna fall off? I just dropped this on the floor and it didn't break. So I think so. I had to re-glue this bit here because I broke it. And I used PVA glue, and it's still holding together. But PVA glue is the same as that wood. Like you get, what is it? Carpenter's glue. And that's just PVA glue. But I guess it's a slightly different composition. I don't think it's the same. I've got Carpenter's glue stuff. It's not called Carpenter's glue, but the wood glue that you use. But you have to kind of press that together for a while. That's what I always thought. But oh, there's a big block. There's a big piece of glue which I can't reach. So I'm going to use these things to pull it out. Out you come. Didn't quite work. All right. Didn't quite work again. There we go. Oh, who cares? I don't. Look, you can kind of see it in there. There's like, this looks very stringy. Well, now it looks like they just have to be standing in the mud. So I guess I have to do the base brown. Because we've got to use up all the brown. Because I'm not leaving this place if there's still brown around. That's the way that it goes around here. I feel like I should have had a can of drink ready. I don't feel that. Oh, it's actually literally not that far away. I have a box full of silly canned water. But it would be rude to do that right there. I'm going to be rude. I tell you, there's another channel that I watch, this electronics channel. There's a couple of them. People always have to open a can of beer or something, or have a coffee, and I hate that. It's like, who cares? But I'm not going to show you what I'm drinking. Because why would you care? Like, why? You don't care. Nobody cares. Oh, I've got paint on my fingers. I accidentally picked up a vintage computer just recently. So I collect vintage computers. It's not going to happen much on this channel. We're not going to see vintage computer stuff. But I just thought I'd mention that. I picked it up from my neighbours because they threw it out and left it on the road, and I picked it up. And I felt kind of guilty about that. I haven't really turned it on. And you're always like, wow, what if I turn it on and there's strange stuff on it that I shouldn't be seeing? But I doubt that. I'm actually honestly surprised they've kept that computer for that long and actually had it used. We're using it. Given that its age is quite something to marvel at. Alright, so we're coming along. They are definitely walking around in the mud, which makes a lot of sense for dinosaurs, because that's all they did. That's all they had back then. No Netflix. So it was... they got a subscription to mud instead. Oh, no. I don't want to hit the bottom, right? Because I don't want to have... to be blunt, I don't want to have brown marks on their behind. Because it ain't going to look good. But yeah, I got another one of these WorX sets, and it's targeted at a slightly different audience, so that should make it kind of different. I've actually got quite a few little woodworky things to make, which is quite nice, and I'm going to make some woodworky things of my own creation at some point. Alright, so we've done all the brown bits, and I'm going to wash them in this thing here, which is not the best way of doing this. I just bought this little tiny container for 50 cents or something. Oh. This is not part of the painting. This is just me cleaning the brush. Alright, so I've got two choices of colours. Well, I'm definitely going to do the orange for the spiky bits. We're going to kind of mix in the oily and stuff. The oily and stuff. Every time I say the word oil, I always have to say, gotta get up oily in the morning. Whoa. Which is a joke, which I'm sure is funny once. Actually, I think it's quite funny all the time. Obviously, I think it's quite funny all the time. Otherwise, I wouldn't keep saying it. Not that I actually say that. I don't think I've ever said that in front of people. No, that's not true. Of course I have. But it's not a thing I say regularly, because I don't say oil that much to people. I don't go, hey, have you seen any oil? Oh dear, oil recently. I don't have any paper towels. Check my pockets. I don't have any tissues either. I did have some tissues. I don't know where they went. This is turning out to be bad. I do have some pieces of paper. Hopefully one of them is my picture of a stick man. Alright, here we go. Here's a picture of a stick man that I drew today. It's a man who's a stick. They were meant to be. They're a businessman. There's meant to be a tie, and they've got like their business suitcase, and they're doing business things because they're that. Well, I'm going to use that corner of this to absorb the paint, because that's science for you. That's not working at all. Science, you failed me again. Time to become a wizard. Right, next one. It's going to be. So the trick to this is not going over the top. Oh, I got brown stuff on my fingers. And putting too much paint on. So what I've done is put far too much paint on the paintbrush, because I don't listen to what I say. The other number 3 tip is don't listen to what people tell you. It's all wrong. Everything. And that's usually a pretty good piece of advice to go by. Oh, there's bits of red, but that's okay. They can have bits of red because that will make more sense. And down here we go. Down. Look at that. I'm actually quite glad I've got my my stickman drawing. I just kind of thought I'd thrown it in the bin by accident. I was going to try and do like, you know, which feels like the worst kind of video ever. Because I'm not very good an artist, right? I'm not, you know, I can draw things sometimes, but trying to just draw a picture of something on this channel in pencils, when there are so many good channels to watch for people to draw things, why would you watch this one? I'd have to get somebody else on and would have to try and draw particular things together, like Drawfree does, Drawfree, which is not strictly for kids, I don't think. Alright, well that's kind of looking okay. There's a bit of paint everywhere, a lot of paint everywhere. Or maybe I should just put a big blob there. I got to do it on both sides now. It's just that there's these gaps in between where the things are glued, and I kind of want them to be filled in. But that's not going to happen. Oh, and we've got to have red in the mouth, of course. What would the yellow have been used for? If only I had the box and it wasn't like literally half a meter away, which is very far away, because I've only got tiny arms like a Tyrannosaurus Rex, so I can't really reach that far. Poor T-Rex, always mocked. One day they're going to realize, oh actually the arms go on the head. Those are actually the head arms, and they actually have 6 limbs, and there's actually longer legs that go down here, but they were so confusing, but we finally worked it out thanks to science. Science has finally done some good. Right, I shouldn't say that. I'm a big believer in science. Right, okay, now we have to do the inside of the mouth. Like I guess the whole inside of the mouth should be orange, because that's what my mouth looks like. It's all orange. Nothing else but orange in there. I did have some mandarins, because my mandarin tree has got mandarins on them, and I feel like I have to eat them. I do like mandarins, but sometimes they make me feel sick. So, but when they're growing on your tree, and that reminds me, just to look up on the internet how to prune citrus trees properly again before my neighbour gets angry at me for not doing it properly. Ooh, what's happening? Felt like something came loose. It's always this exact same neighbour who I now have their computer. I'll probably open it up and there's all these little notes saying, our next door neighbour was doing it again. He was not pruning his citrus trees properly, and I'm feeling very annoyed. It's like, seriously, it's not that hard. You could have just looked it up on the internet. Well, I haven't yet. So I just kind of guess it. They haven't died yet, and they still make oranges and lemons. Unfortunately, I'm not a big lemon fan, so the fact that the lemon tree is still working is kind of annoying. But I would feel sad if it went all funny and stopped making lemons. How does that look? That looks pretty good. All right. And now we've just got. I haven't got too much paint on the desk. Going to have to clean this with the isopropyl alcohol. I don't think I can actually say that word very well, because that's the only cleaning product I have, and it's the only one I feel like will not ruin the fake veneer, wood veneer finish on my desk. Because it's a kit set desk, but it's a nice desk. I like it. Right, so the next stage is to use the last colour and to put these lids back on, because I don't want to dry these out, because I'm going to need that brown one day. Is to get a little bit of black. When I say a little bit, I mean a lot. And then I'm going to, was I going to do this? I was going to colour, so I'm going to give up and I'm going to colour in the eyes, just on the sides, black. And then I'm going to put googly eye, which I left downstairs. Oh well, I've gone and got a big bit of green black on the side, so now I have to do it on both sides to make it look right. They probably should have like cute little eyebrows. Well, the eyes are going to go on the side, or maybe they should go on the front. Right, because that will look cute, and predators have their eyes facing forward sometimes, mostly. So, except for the times that they don't, and you're kind of like, oh, why can't they just follow the same rules? So they're going to have forward-facing eyes, so they're going to be painted black. Because if I don't paint them black, I won't have any use for black. But I could do some highlights for the rest of the thing. Well, this makes it look like I'm kind of doing it on purpose and not just making a big mess. Oh, it looks terrible. That's fine. That's fine. Alright, and then they're going to have like, ooh, this is very clumpy. I should mix it up a bit. And now it's all over the paintbrush. Not what I wanted. So I'm going to put one little nostril there. This is the kind of thing you should be doing with a felt tip pen and not with a paintbrush. So there's the little nostrils. That worked out okay, I think. and then they're going to have, I'm going to put little black marks on the end of the hands, which don't really serve any purpose. And then they, they could have some black on the back and kind of have a Pikachu tail, so they can't really draw. I keep forgetting how the pattern goes on Pikachu's tail. So, which is, you know, I do lose some sleep over that fact, because you kind of want to get it right, don't you? When you're talking about Pikachu to friends and neighbours who live down the road and whose computer you have. Alright, and then we'll put a little mark there. Oh, I don't think that worked. It worked. And we'll have a little bit there. And a little bit on this side. And dun, 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 dun. I'm just doing this so I feel like I know what I'm doing. Oh, actually, that was a good idea. It was just a little. No, it was a good idea on that side, but not on this side. So, I think that's probably a bit wrong, but hey. So, I'm going to try and show this what I've done, because it's not immediately obvious, but I've got paint on my hands. So there's the dinosaur, and then they've got like that. We didn't finish the brown on the front. Oh no. We better do a quick extra go on the brown, which is now going to be darker brown because I'm going to mix in the black. But that's okay. Oh, I've only got the orange too. Man, how hard can this be? There's only, thankfully that I don't have the other two colours, because then I would have got real confused. And this would have been a bigger mess than it is now. So we'll just put lots and lots. And now look, it's all gone light brown. So it was going to be dark brown, now it's light brown. And neither of those browns are the right kind of brown. But definitely needs another... Ooh, I made a mess on the side. That's okay. Happens to us all. Oh, I've got to stop touching things that aren't. I've got to touch only the things that are painted. Alright, so there's bits on the bottom of this that are not all. Well, should I paint the bottom? No, I think is the general answer. I should paint the bottom when everything else is dry. But you're always like, oh, I want to do it now. I want to paint the bottom right this second. I want everything to be perfect. I don't want to see any wood. Wood makes me feel funny. And I don't want to feel funny. I want to feel non-funny. Well, we're almost there. It's beginning to look a lot like chocolate. And that's what that's like. It's a chocolate dinosaur. They've been rummaging around in the chocolate marshes of the Jurassic period. Which is... So I just can't... I honestly can't resist. Like, I know this is going to get stuck to the paper. And it's going to make a mess. But I have to paint everything. Right now, and I'm going to. It's going to get done. We're painting the base, and then we're going to leave it. How much time? 20 minutes. What? We haven't even done the googly eyes. Well, I don't think I can make an entire video out of doing googly eyes, as much as I'd like to. I could just get a whole bunch of like household appliances and make a video about how googly eyes make everything better. But we already know that. And I mean by putting like googly eyes on all the household appliances, which would be a bad idea. Do not put googly eyes on or in your toaster, because it's not going to work. In fact, don't touch. If you're a young person, don't touch your parents' toaster. And if you're an old person, don't touch your toaster. Just put toast in it. That's what it's for. Don't be silly. Right, you know I'm right. Okay. So I've got to kind of put this. So that's what it looks like on the side. In fact, if I leave it like that, it's probably the best way. So it's going to dry. So maybe we should put a little bit of brown along there. There's that little bit of green. I don't think there's any green left. So I can't actually finish that off. But maybe if we just did that for no reason, then everything will be fine. So I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for watching. We'll have a good look tomorrow with the googly eyes. I'll make a 1-minute video that just says, look, it has googly eyes and it's all dry. Oh no, look. There's a bit of non-painted brown stuff there. Everything has to be super thick on the brown. Alright. Or I could just do two coats, but that's not going to happen. Well, it might happen with the brown, because I couldn't happen with the green, because I used it all up. Alright, I've had enough. I'm done. It's over. I'm going to go wash that, because I kind of don't want it to be full of paint. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Cool. Bye.